What's up, everybody? Blake, the Scholar of Magic, and today is all about power. And yes, it's time. I think we've been building up to this since the year and a half we've had this channel, but it's really time to it's time for Aragorn's time under the sun, guys. It's time to make the most power possible, and I'm not talking about 12/12s, 15/15s. No, it's not enough. We have to go all the way. I don't know what will happen. I don't know. I don't know. It could be the Aragorn that has the most power. Who knows? I'm not really sure what's going to happen yet. But this is going to be based on power. So we're going to see high-powered things. And I'm going to show you some cards that have high-powered things or make high-powered things in these colors. And whether or not we play a game or not, I'm not sure. But we're just going to do high-powered things. I'm going to show you some things that make really high power. So I think probably the first creature that comes to my mind in this manner is Xenagos, the god of revels. A 3 generic, 1 red, 1 green. Legendary enchantment creature, it's a god. Indestructible, as long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7. Xenagos isn't a creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets haste and gets XX until end turn, where X is that creature's power. So we're off to a really good start. I think the cards that kind of just came to my mind too, and I was just like, some of you might be, these are just in standard. They're probably like some of the better cards that have been printed in a long time. I'm surprised that this didn't find her after I just put her in there, and, I had to put all the name in. Tifa Long. Excuse me. Alright, there she is. The Tifa Lockhart. And this is it, guys. This is another card that gets exceptionally powerful. Whenever a land you control enters, double Tifa Lockhart's power until end of turn. Whoa. And I should probably mention Aragorn. Anytime you cast a green spell, a target creature gets 4/4 until end of turn. So yeah, that's a lot of power. You know what else has a lot of power is that Mightform Hydra. Excuse me, let's get this one. There it is. Mightform Hydra. This is a 2 generic, 1 green. Creature elemental Hydra, trample. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a land you control enters, double the number of 1/1 counters on this creature. Pretty good. Simply just bring some lands onto the battlefield. It doesn't have anything to do with power such as Tifa, but still just like a card that scales up and gets extremely powerful just by playing lands. So that's pretty cool. Another card, Zopondrel. These are just all the legendaries so far. Zopondrel, the Hunger Dominus, 5 generic, 2 green. Legendary creature. Guys, what do you think it does? What do you think it does? Put in the comments, what do you think this card does? Reach. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. Woo! Double the power and toughness. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, put an indestructible counter on Zopondrel. Fantastic. How about the Nexus? Oops. The Skullspore Nexus. 6 generic, 2 green. Well, you're not going to really have to pay 8 for this in most circumstances. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with base power and toughness, each equal to the total power of those creatures. That's fantastic. So, then for 2 generic and a tap, double target creature's power until end of turn. Broken. Alright. Jetmir showed up. How much power do we get off of this? That loves to see power. I'm just gonna kind of put some accessory cards here. I'm not gonna get too sidetracked on this. I'm gonna pull a Great Henge too, because I think absolutely synergizes with high power creatures too. Well, another one of like X less to cast based on the highest power among creatures you control. And then maybe we'll just pull out a Galta just because, probably both the Galtas, maybe all three of them probably. So yeah, this one, when Galta enters, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield for 8 mana. That's a 12/12 trampler. That's crazy. Doesn't exactly scale up in power. It's just naturally strong. Similarly, this thing is just cheaper to cast if you have a high-powered creature. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. It's another 12/12 trampler. Whew. I think I'm due for the deck like this. I just haven't done it yet, guys. I don't know, for whatever reason. Just haven't really gotten to this really nasty stuff yet. Like really going for it in this manner with Aragorn. Galta and Mavrin. This is the 3 generic, 2 green, 1 2 white. Trample. Whenever you attack, choose one. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power that among other attacking creatures. That's pretty cool. Or create X11 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. I love that. I'm absolutely in love. I'm in love. All right. We're doing really good. Let's think about still things that, like, you know, generate power. I would have to say just like copying Aragorn is really good in this manner. Like, just like a spark double, for instance, like having 2 Aragorns to get like additional 4/4 triggers for green spells is also really good. So let's just pull like a spark double really quick. Unfortunately, we don't have Sakashima, and this is another like 4 mana option that, you know, we could freely copy Aragorn and it wouldn't be a legendary. But we're just gonna have to make do with the spark double at this point, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is. Let's think. Let us think. What other ways have I really popped with Aragorn and just unloaded the powers? The powers. Let's see, so we got the. I mean, we got the pretty good setup here already. We got some of the kind of the, you know, little contributors here that are just like kind of sitting there to the side and just really helping pay off our things. Then we have these things that simply, okay, here we go. Unnatural. It is very expensive in green pips, but it is like kind of what we're doing, right? The beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. You know, like the ways we could get into this card is like through what's its face? There is a mana dork that just produces like 4 green pretty easily. So let's see if there's any other like ways to double power and toughness, or just double power in general. Double power seems like a cool keyword to investigate. Ooh, Unleash Fury? Yes, please. Let's go. Double the power of target creature until end of turn. We could probably do some flingy stuff now too, like Kazul's Fury and Fling. Seems really fun. Devilish Valet. Whenever another creature you control enters, double the creature's power until end of turn. Oh yeah, that's really good with Aragorn actually, because we create tokens with white spells, and that's just more creatures. And green spells, you could make this thing stronger already, and you're just doubling the power when creatures come on the battlefield. That's crazy. How about the limit break? Okay, limit break. Kind of makes me like think of like you know, if we're gonna be targeting our stuff, I'm always thinking about Vesuvian Duplimancy stuff, to be honest. Can we get there? I think we could. I have kind of an idea in mind for a duplimancy deck, and I think this kind of fits in a little bit. Kind of these, green targeting spells and such. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Or this deals 5 damage to each to target creature with flying. It's basically the same cost as a Tifa's Limit Break in this manner. Except you just have that 2/2 option as well, which is really strong with Aragorn. Similarly, this is also just very strong with Aragorn. Because you're going to get that buff when you cast. So you cast a green spell. Something gets 4/4. And then what you're going to do is double the creature's power as well. So it's going to be very strong. Mightform Harmonizer from Echoes, or Edge. Whenever a land you control enters, double the power of target creature you control until end of turn. What? Sure. Yeah, seems like a great idea. God Eternal. This is like a one-of, right? Yeah, it enters. It will double the power of each other creature. God damn. God Eternal Ronus. 3 generic, 2 green. When God Eternal Ronus enters, double the power of each other creature you control until end of turn. Those creatures gain vigilance. When the God Eternal Ronus dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into the owner's library, 3rd from the top. Exponential growth. Until end of turn, double target creature's power X times. Okay, so for 4, I get to double. For 2, for 6, we double twice. Let's just think here. So we're doubling. I think it's good. I think I want it. We're going to be doing duplimancy stuff. So for green, just for casting it for 0 with Aragorn on the battlefield, it's a little pricey, isn't it? Seems pricier than the other things. But still kind of what we're doing, though. Aragorn could be an 18/18 for 4 mana. I think that's a good rate. I think it's a good rate, guys. How about this one? Pack Tactics. Whenever target Gnar attacks, or you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater, attacking creatures get 1/0. Then you can double its own power. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. It's again just easy to pump this thing up. I don't know. Wish I had like Trample or something. Thraxis, this is for dragons, right? Yeah. Ooh. Until end of turn, double target creature's power and it gains first strike. Fantastic. Onward. Double strike. Okay. Tanzania. It's been changed in some manner. Double the power and toughness of target creature you control until end of turn. Then it fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Seems fine. Alright, I want to kind of get some like fling effects in now. So like Kasul's Fury. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Kazul's Fury deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So we can fling a 40 power creature at someone's face, they just lose. Similarly, fling does this, right? There's fling. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature power to any target. It's pretty good. Do we want like more of these effects? I think we can try 2 to the fling effects, like the Kasul's Fury is a land, so that's nice. I mean, all of our creatures are very powerful, so it's probably not the worst card, but we'll try it like this. So that was fun. Now the question is though I want to explore Vesuvian Duplimancy and see how many kind of targeting I'm doing here. Seems pretty good. What I want to do is I want to kind of be like a little slower with my Duplimancy deck. I want kind of like a nastier build. I want to like I don't want to like have to sequence everything and be like ultra efficient. I still want to play like cards that really like to see high power cards, but I really don't want to just be like all in on creatures. I just kind of want to like take my time a little bit, kind of build up a little bit, and you know, it'd be nice to get like a shapeshifter onto Aragorn, like a spark double. Really go big with power, make a lot of Aragorns, like you know, make a copy of Aragorn and then like doppelgang it and make like a bunch of Aragorns, and then like have like a really high powered Aragorn, you know, like basically have like a bunch of Aragorns and just, you know, go to the moon, so to speak. And I also want to draw like a million cards, so I think this will also be a Thassa's Oracle deck. So this is like the jankiest deck I've probably ever going to make for you guys. But it's going to be, I think it's going to win. That's kind of the sadness about it. So in this manner, we're going really big with like strong creatures, right? So, you know, we can have some sweepers, right? Like Brotherhood's End is a fine sweeper. I'd say so. You know what the really good sweeper is though for Aragorn, guys? Is there's one that doesn't kill tokens, and it's actually great for his colors too. The Incandescent Area. Incandescent Area deals 3 damage to each non-token creature, so that your tokens survive that you create from Aragorn's, making the 1/1 tokens. It's kind of hilarious, actually. This also doubles triggers for Aragorn too, and he joins up, so that will help us too. So we can double up our triggers. And we can probably find just some general board wipes. Uncounterable. Uncounter. It's not in these colors. Let's just put counter. Is it something like verdict, right? Verdict, I'll just put verdict. Oh, maybe I don't have that card. No, I do. Supreme Verdict. This spell can't be countered. Destroy all creatures. Yeah, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to be that kind of. I want to kind of build up to this and have a little bit of longevity. So let's play a Verdict. Let's play Sunfall. Let's play Farewell. Yeah, let's kind of be a little bit slower, on the slower side. You can even do like Brotherhood's End stuff, because we can, you know, pump up. We have very strong creatures, right? So we can have like a red sweeper that does like some damage to planeswalkers too. Yep, I like the Brotherhood's Ends too. Just to kind of have like 5 sweepers, I think is pretty cool. Yeah, like a burn down house. Perhaps you can play like a Blasphemous Act. An EDH, and there we have like kind of a longer game in mind, you know, so we can get to actually building up. I think like if you just try to do Vesuvian Duplimancy stuff, I think you kind of get run over if you're just trying to like kind of sequence and play like a lot of creatures and kind of try to hit the board kind of faster than not. I think this is like kind of like a more of a slow burn. You know, you play like his cards like Escape to the Wilds, kind of like have like a little bit of a slower burn. So let's add Escape to the Wilds, for instance, is a very nice Aragorn card. Let's move some of our other homies down here so we can still see them all. And then of course you just want all your power draw. So yeah, we'll pick up a Sentinel. Sentinel's good card advantage. Probably like this. Let's get some card advantage. We're gonna get all the draw. Ristic Study's fine. Do we want the ring? Yeah, the ring can help too. Pick that one up too as well. It's fine. Where did I put my Ristic? Over here. Esper Sentinel. It's fine. Little rampies. It's kind of just generic stuff over here. Really, the spells I kind of want to indicate you towards is like basically Rishkar's Expertise. Just loves to see high-powered creatures. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. You may cast a spell with 5 mana value or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So that's fantastic. Last March of the Ents does this as well. I suppose like a Crater Hoof really gets your power. That's like an echoing like the big power stuff, right? Where just loves to see some creatures on the board and everything's getting XX, where X is the number of creatures control. It's pretty great stuff. Just a great finisher overall. And in terms of cards, there is the new cards from Bloom Barrow. Let's just put in draw power. And I believe it's 5 mana. There it is. The Season of Gathering. Very good card, guys. 6 mana. It's just like a very redundant kind of Rishkar Expertise. You don't get the free cast, but you can have modes, so you can actually pick off enchantments or artifacts. Choose artifact or enchantment, destroy all permanents of the chosen type. You can put some counters on a creature as well. Or you can just do the 3 paws and include that with the variety of like the counters or the choose artifact or enchantment. And this will draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures control. Fantastic. So we'll just slide that over here. And I think that pretty much covers like all the really big, creature stuff. Vaultborn Tyrant is pretty sweet. That's just some good card advantage in general. So kind of like that guy. Slot it in. Hang out with these homies over here. And Minsk is also really cool. That kind of gets like the card's like kind of firing too, and we play that in EDH as well. That definitely gets our power moving in the right direction. Prime Speaker's an all guy I think is kind of a trap, guys, to be honest, in my opinion. But it kind of does do these things. Decipher Freyalise is really nice because it's just going to, once again, let you sacrifice a creature with high power and draw that many cards based on its power. I like Return of the Wild Speaker. I like it more often than not. I kind of like both of these, Momentous Fall and Return of the Wild Speaker. I think they're fine. I think this one's less fine because Aragorn is not a non-human, but I think it's okay. Garrick Wildspeaker and EDH is a better option here, because Aragorn, it just says power, it doesn't specify non-human. So there's that. I think we're also going to need some trample to like kind of get over our guys. So in this manner, I think like Heirloom is really sweet here. Yeah, that's a nice one. Skycath Club. Yeah, that's like another very powerful creature that just gets more and more powerful easily. Kind of scales up really fast. You don't even need like counter synergies. Just Garrick's Uprising. That's some trample. We kind of like that. It works with Aragorn on curve too. It's really sweet. Garrick's just basically Garrick's Uprising. Basically, when this enchantment enters, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Creature control have trample. Whenever creature control with power 4 or greater enters, draw a card. We love it. Sweet. And see if I can think of anything else. Yeah, I thought we would maybe go the Vesuvian Diplomacy route, but I don't know if we're playing enough targeting cards. We're kind of running out of room. It would have to be like fight spells, I suppose. That would probably be the only way that this could still work. And it kind of makes sense to do it like that. Ooh, Gruff Triplets is pretty cool. Pretty cool because we have all those fling effects too. Vorinclex. Titan, Thorn Mammoth, Craterhoof. Okay. Okay, I think we did pretty good. Doors of Durin. Doors of Durin. Almost. I'd say kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense for our deck of Doors of Durin. Yeah, maybe we are slow enough where Doors of Durin just absolutely just kills. Let's go, baby. We're so back. We are so back right now. Yeah, there's just so many good cards, man. It's hard to like kind of dictate which ones you want to put in or not. Tsukama's pretty cool. Here's some trample. This will give all our other creatures trample. Love to see it. Sirach Dragonclaw. Okay. Let's find like all the nice fight spells. There's a couple. And we can probably just take our time looking through these. Don't expect to find many fight spells in other colors, but we'll see. There's a couple here. Blizzard Brawl. I'm not opposed to running snow. We could run Chromatic Lantern too. Kind of go easy on the lands. Just get like lots of fetches. And run the Blizzard Brawl. Blizzard Brawl is fantastic. Bushwhack, yeah. How's the Clash? It's good for like sagas, right? Otherwise it's just a fight spell. Tail Swipe is instant speed, right? It's pretty good. Yeah. Kind of like the instant speed nature of that, the Tail Swipe. Favored Enemy, is this a new one? Or, I don't know what set that's from. I don't know if it's like a real card or not. Huh. Interesting. right. Blizzard Brawl Clash, favored enemy Longstock. So we have a good amount of fight ones. Savage Swipe. If specifically if its power is 2. That's funny. Oh, this one's from Echoes. That does target enchant creature you control. Okay, that's cool. Slot that in. A little bit upside. Oh yeah, Bridge Risk Battle. And that's just utilizing our lands. I think Stump also targets too. Yeah. Let's look up target creature green. I think what we'll do is we'll run a march, because our colors aren't the best for like mana drain and stuff. 4 colors is kind of a brutal, so we'll run like March of the Swirling Mist. That can also just target one thing at a time for Vesuvan Duplimancy. It can target multiple things and you wouldn't get the trigger. But apparently I am not very good at finding cards because, well, it's an X spell, so it won't be in the 1-drops. Yeah, March of Swirling Mist is very good. Yeah, I think we're doing very well, guys. Target. Got blue. In this manner, maybe you want to run like a slip out the back. You know, it's just a single blue. You can just phase out. You know, if we're not going to run like a big counter magic suite, you know, we'll run like Dovin's Veto. Sounds pretty good. You know, something not too hard on the mana, but not like the worst card either. But I think this one kind of makes sense for what we're doing. And even perhaps maybe like a Tyvar. I do like this just as a general counterspell. This is the 1 blue wash away. I think Strix Serenade is pretty good too in Commander. Just like these single blue spells are pretty great. You know, they're just kind of get the job done. And it looks like we're at 100 cards. I mean, I wanted to like maybe perhaps run like 2 more cards, because we ran some multi-face land cards, Stomp, Kazul's Fury, and such. So we did run some MCDFs. Yeah, we ran a few. So I think we have at least enough room for like a swords, and I'm kind of becoming more partial to like a Path of Exile, even though it gives a land away, just to get the job done. And then I definitely wanted like Chromatic Lantern. There won't be like much ramp in this particular deck. It's just kind of like a slower one, I guess. Chrome Mox. Let's see what's in our ad. See how we did. It's basically Chrome Mox and Chromatic Lantern. Yeah, I don't have to run all these effects. I am a partial to like a wash away though. And I am partial to swords. So there's that. And it looks like we can still run like just 2 like generic ramp spells like into the north. And like cultivate should be fine. Entish Restoration is really good too. And I was thinking about the Thassa's lines, but I'm cool. We're just gonna draw 64 cards at once, and it's gonna be totally fine. We don't need like to draw our deck. This is totally cool. And then I'm just gonna make sure we get some snowlands here. Yeah, we'll pick up like a fjord and a highland forest. I don't want to run like too many of these tap lands in snow, but we'll run a few, and then we'll find the search lands. Yeah, well, I think we'll definitely run the channel lands too. So let's get those in. I just like them all, really. They're just nice. But we can't run too many things, because we have a Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, red, basic, perhaps, blue, white, blue, green, blue, prismatic vista for any other basics, blue, red, green, white, green, red. Sweet. Let's get some surveil lands, because we love those. We'll probably be good with the usual suspects. Usually pretty fond of an archive, portico. Yeah, I think like 4 surveil lands and like a Ketria Triome is pretty fun. I think you get like access to mostly everything. And then like some pay lands here. I like a Stupor. I think that's pretty nice. We got the Bridgeworks Battle in. Resto is pretty cool. Little removal, Shadow Skull Smashing, never killed anybody. Turn Timber's okay. It works for our deck actually because we're running such big baddies. Yeah, and all these nice little shock lands are really nice, of course. Mana Confluence is a bomb. Starting Town is probably pretty good for us. And Command Tower. And let's see how we did. Is that enough snow? It's okay. I definitely love Altawara. Agonjo is okay. Not like really, so attached. Soken's on the same way. I like Altawara and Beseju a lot. Got snowlands here. Can probably lose this surveil land. Green seems really important. Got some double white. By the Thundering Falls. Does that still leave us with a blue? Yeah, the Meticulous Archive is blue. Vista gets us a snowland. Yeah, looks fine. Alright, so now snow 4, 5, 9, 12. 12 lands, pretty evenly across. Not as much islands, it looks like. I'm not too attached to the Shatter Soul Smashing or the Turn Timber, to be honest, guys. Sync is pretty good. Okay, well, yeah, guys. I think we got the power deck here. It is an interesting one, I would have to say. It's probably one of the more powerful decks I've made so far. And I feel like I can probably build this one pretty easy. I have most of the cards. I have to get some of them, but whoa, it is like very explosive. I could just kind of tell, just looking at some of these double the power. We already have like this thing that's going to be creating massive amounts of power. We have really nasty threats like Tifa here. We have really good payoffs like with a Great Henge and some of these really sweet cards like the Skull Sport Nexus, guys. I think it's kind of one of my I think it's one of the cards that really gets a lot of people, and it's like people, I don't know, for whatever reason, just are not really interested. I just don't see it a whole lot, but it definitely, you all guys know, just raise your hand, how many people have died by this card before? I sure have, many times. It's many times. This card has definitely gotten me. Get this thing down early enough and just simply doubling someone's the power of a creature just by tapping it and paying 2 is just incredible value. I think I'm pretty cool here, guys. I think our Blizzard Brawl isn't going to be that bad. We have lots of fetch lands to get into our snow lands. We have these nice, cool little snow lands themselves. We have some ways to kind of, get into our snowlands here, cultivate, and into the north. And we have a Chromatic Lantern to kind of just fix our mana in general, if that's what we need. So, are you guys ready to like kind of see what happens? I'm sure am. And this deck is called Power. So thanks for joining me, guys. As always, we're on the road to 500 subscribers, and just having a good old time playing Magic. I have to say, there's always cards that come around, and we might experience like the VV Ornitors here, and that's kind of like a boogeyman, and it happens. Don't usually win those games, but it's okay. It's all right. So what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? A little bit of Rampies. Opponent goes first. We can probably much kill most of their stuff because we have this Season of Gathering, so let's give it a shot. This will just basically wipe out all the artifacts, so that's pretty cool. Get a land here. We'll take a forest. Huh, I did not expect that. Alright, let's surveil ourselves. I think I need red. Got green. Yeah, I think we'll take the red. Be happy with that. Got a little Chromatic Lantern on our way. Have a Minsk or Aragorn. Lots of options on the table, guys. And this card is going to be making tokens, huh? Okay. For each creature token you control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Very good. Okay, Abuelo will pop back. Right? It's a blinking card. Kind of wish for a Cultivate in this situation, but we'll take the Lantern. Take the Lantern here. Detention Sphere on my Lantern, it looks like. Yeah. Definitely wish, like I said, maybe I don't know if we have Kodama's Reach, but seems better. Maybe. Both seem fine, but that sucks. Kind of luck sacked into this one, guys, I'll be honest. Do I have the colors for Aragorn? Looks like I do. Okay. We have the aforementioned amazing Spark Double here. Is this in the instance where they just go ahead and blink the detention sphere? Give me back my lantern. I draw land, destroy some stuff. Not sure. Does that kill my Aragorn? Wow, that's pretty good. How did it do this? Huh? Oh god. Okay, we get a turn, which is kind of insane in the membrane, guys. Do you think we should just make another Aragorn and maybe do lethal damage here? It will be a lot of damage. I'm not sure if it's lethal, but we can always try. I will take a land. This seems pretty good too. Yeah, I like both of those. This one. Well, didn't get lethalized, but not the worst. I think what I'm going to do is try to destroy other artifacts here and draw lots of cards. Seems good. Low-Tie Cobra. Does this exhaust all their mana doing this? Alright, I think this is going to be pretty bad for them. That's a lot of cards, guys. We're not done yet. Ooh, not bad. This season, that'll be the marquee card. I'm very excited, guys. Can't do too much worse than that. We did the things we wanted to do. We did what we wanted to do when we came here today. We're causing violence today. You know, that's a term I've heard before, and we're definitely doing it. I mean, these board wipes. Is there any other way to play Magic? I don't know if there is, guys. It's like the CGB mantra. It's like once you find these things, it's like hard to kind of hard to go back. My mana is pretty good. I don't mind. I have some really good white sources here, so let's just go get my mana pretty swell. Bill. I think we're going to be able to get to this, and we can't be countered, so we just have to kind of dodge the indestructibility. Okay, hopefully we can surveil for this, but I don't know if we have any. No, it's kind of got a portico. It's nice. March. It's a little slow. I don't know if we're gonna get there. Okay. If there's any sort of card advantage like they want to play with these guys, then we can always try to kind of slow them down that way. Whenever a creature you control, draw a card. Okay, that's fine. And I do have a verdict available. Okay, not bad. Looks like Aragorn can fight something if they throw it down next turn. I think so. Okay, we're just kind of chilling. And we win. What's that? Guys, thanks for coming today. Consider getting me to 500 subs today. It'd be lovely if we could just make it over to that milestone. Catch up with the magic turn. I know he just hit over 500. He opened some sweet collector packs. You guys should check him out. DG Hermit, also raising the ranks. 7-7. You guys probably know about him. He's going up. Who's part of the dojo? Also Noob Knights. Check them out as well. Just the usual suspects. TG North, they're always grinding. You go first with not much going on there. Nothing really looks terrible though. It just doesn't look that bad, I have to say. It's just they're all interesting hands. Like, this is a very interesting hand. I mean, I never really thought about that together, the Devosh Valet and Aragorn, but it is a hell of a combo, I'd have to say. It's kind of sussy here. Let's hope this just resolves. Mana Drain. Great. Good card. Okay, they're melding, huh? That's pretty fun. Land, please? Land, please? Oppo? Oppo. Okay, we win. I guess they didn't get that land. So sorry, opponent. Jeez. The shuffler was kind of like digging into me a little bit there. Did you guys notice that? It's kind of like, and it still like didn't feel that bad. Like the valet on turn 3 with Aragorn seems kind of nuts. It just seemed kind of crazy. A little bit slower, isn't it, again? Tanuk. Does this keep up with the Tanuk? Probably not. This is amazing value. What are they going to do to Aragorn? What are they going to do to me? Holy shit. Okay. We'll try it. Got lots of lands here. They don't look like lands, but they are. Oh no. I need mana. Please give me. Oh god. No. Put it here. Okay, no more counters there. Put it there. Yo. at 4 toughness now. Oh no. The shuffler got us there, guys. Look at that. They finally, like, kind of exacted some justice on us there. It said, slow down, bro. It was kind of weird. Just kind of weird ones. I think if we kept the cultivate hand, we would have died much faster. We had some sort of board wipe, but they went 1-2. They went Tifa and Bristly Bill in a 100 card deck. So that's pretty good. Might be able to surveil on this one, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. It's probably best just to get like a Ketria Triumph though, to be honest. I don't want to crack this yet. I kind of want to hopefully get that 4th land. Man. Lightning is really spooky, isn't it? We don't have to crack this right now. There's really not too much of a rush. But I could wash something away. Huh. Never lucky. Okay, the deck is it's kind of going into a different mode here. I'm kind of getting screwed over. I know we had a bunch of lands. I know we're at like 40 lands, so maybe 40 plus. And they're just getting a lot of card advantage here. The Get Lost is spooky. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to counter this. We need some white sources here. There we go. There we go. Love to see it. What does this do? It has a little warp there. Oh, this is very cool. See if they unload the vessels. Heavy. Sure. I could double their power and toughness. That's crazy. Day of Judgment? What? What opponent? I am afraid of dying. I will have to say that. My mana is very good. Need double red. Wow. Is that like a reprieve? Or that was weird. Huh. They are on the same wavelength that we are on, just kind of valuing. There's lightning. She is spooky, isn't she? I can slow her down next turn, I'm pretty sure. I believe we could get an escape to the wilds off. Disaster. I think we're okay. They're gonna just kill Aragorn. If I slip out the back, looks like I have to sunfall this. Oh, that is haste. Gross. Wow, another stick. I don't know what that stick is for. Okay, let's just send this guy out. Something. I might have to do Escape to the Wilds. Okay, good game. Sure. Okay, they had a lot of hasty threats. I don't know what was too great about that game. I know I'm just kind of missing mana. So, we will check the deck before we leave today. But I'm pretty sure that we put an appropriate amount of lands in the deck. Some of the choices, of course, like we can run City of Brass rather than a starting town, and kind of keep our options open there a little bit better. But overall, it's probably going to say about 36 lands here, 35 lands plus 36. $37, $38, $39, $40. 40 lands seems pretty good. Chromatic Lantern was kind of sad. I don't think it was required, really. Seems like we could just be better diversified with like Green Ramp. We did have the Entis Restoration, which I think is a phenomenal card here. You probably could still just run like the rampant growth effects. Yeah, Bushwalk can find a land too. Oh, I kind of fancy a Utopia Sprawl here. Yeah, I kind of do. Utopia Sprawl is pretty good. Instead of adding lands, we're adding more spells. Why are we doing that? Are there any cards that didn't seem too phenomenal? I think we still have to try this thing out a little bit more. I mean, that seems just nuts. This is a crazy card, guys. Not running too many creatures for Sir God Eternal. Does double power though. So yeah. Good with Aragorn. Trying to think about that the game with oh, we do have the Heritage Heirloom too. That's ramp too for our creatures. Yeah. slip out the back, huh? It was going to do some work with Aragorn, I'd have to say. The limit break, yeah, that's good. From this so far, I like the Utopia Sprawl. I think like the one into the north should be fine. We didn't really add any lands. We just took away the Chromatic Lantern and added a Utopia Sprawl, basically. So it is very hard pressed to find a cut amongst these to go to 41 lands, and I know it kind of seems like trivial, like these, you know, some of these are conditional. Like, it seems like we have enough of these effects. Like, this was fine, the choose your own weapon. Yeah, man, some of these just get really kind of just do crazy things like at once. Very explosive, right? Perhaps some of these kind of slower ones. Look at it, because we kind of got a decent amount of 3-drops here. So we're going to be running around on these. I think it's probably the Brotherhood Zone. Now we can find another land. What kind of seemed like important to have a good amount of? We were hitting all our colors pretty well, so I wouldn't even mind like a Fabled Passage. Like we're like pretty slow like already. All right, let's do one more game for the LOLs and chill for a little bit. Be cool. Let's post this deck up. Card of the night was Season of Weaving. That's the card. The card of the night. A little bit of ramp, a little bit of action. Kind of love to see it. Elves. Skycath Cub. I think we go right to Aragorn. Gonna let him kind of dictate the game. We're doing like Lotus Cobra things. If that's the case, then maybe we will be burning down the house. Okay, that's not a Lotus Cobra. Kind of already gassing out their lands before the Tanuk has arrived, but this card with like Escape Shift is just good game most of the time. So we have to be very wary. Any color, right? Yes. Go Aragorn. I guess Gruul has a lot of 5 damage spells nowadays. Surprising. Could do like a Skycath Cub, Mightform Harmonizer if we can get into a couple lands here. Fuck. How about they don't have any lands? Huh. Bizarre. How bizarre. I do need a land. Real bad. Should we send the damage? I think we do. They'd have to give up a Pock. I'm okay with that. I hate Pock. Can we do a march and win? Maybe. It's gonna be so much damage. So much damage. How much mana do I need to do this? 3 mana here. 2 lands in. Swirl. Hopefully they swing with like 3 of these things. These 2 things. Oh, they can't swing. Am I dying now? Am I just dying? I might just be dying, guys. I don't know what just happened, but they're just popping off over there. Okay. This can grant trample, right? That's pretty cool. Alright, this one's for the highlight reel, guys. You guys ready? Oh yeah. You baby. Oh yeah. Going all in on me. Hello. Let's go, baby. Oh. Sorry, Tanuk. Next time. All right. Sweet, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining up. Don't know how I'm gonna kind of. I know these videos are kind of long sometimes, so, but that was extremely fun. And I'll just kind of go like this, guys. Like I have an excellent deck for you today, and I think you're just gonna absolutely love the synergy here. The cards to definitely look out for is Herod Heirloom. Absolute MVP in the matches that you'll see today. Definitely clutched a win, like a massive win for us. Mightform Harmonizer is another fantastic card from Edge of Eternities. Big Stompy Mightform Harmonizer. And yeah, this thing just, we'll see a land come on the battlefield and double our power. Spark double. Copying Aragorn. Getting like more 4/4 triggers when we cast green spells. You can imagine things can get out of hand, and they do. Additionally, another card you're going to love to see today is Season of Gathering. And yeah, that was it. We're doing the post game into the pre-game into the post game. So yeah, that was really fun, guys. And have a great day. I'll see y'all guys later. Bye bye.